time for Late Night Craft Talk.
What? It is time.
It is time.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe the summer's over.
Summer. Oh, yeah. Well,
It didn't feel
yeah,
like
it's
it
over.
last week.
Yeah, I mean, we had that massive heat wave a week ago.
I know. I felt
And
like
it's just cooling down. It's actually going to be like 90 degrees here on Monday in India with a low in the 60 in September.
Yeah.
And it's going to sneak up to the low hundreds again, but yeah, I'll take it. I'm going to actually go out hiking so we be so cool on Sunday.
Nice.
Yep, we got a couple people watching. Let me.
Yes, Maya.
We're a couple comments going.
Well, actually, Maya, you're okay. I see that it sees that you're on. Okay, you were on time.
So we got Wendy here too. Who was here first, Maya or Wendy? Maya.
I don't know.
She's loving the cooler weather.
I know it's been the heat. The last week was just terrible.
It's been bad. I mean, Palm Springs was really cool last night compared. I mean, it's the coolest night we've had since sometime in May.
Right.
See, look at the comments. We have hello, Wendy, and then Maya says hello, Wendy, with lots of sunflowers, and there's dancing Mecha Godzilla. And Wendy says, "Been waiting on you guys."
I know. Right?
Tonight, folks, we have one of our information shows because of just all the stuff going on. We are doing fire safety tonight. This is one of our safety shows with some fun thrown in here and there, maybe.
Yep.
Thinking about it. I'm looking at the remote camera, and I think I just saw my dad walk across the living room.
Oh my gosh, really?
Matter of fact, I was about to add the feed just to do it on the side, but there's no way to do that. Oh, Joy is here with little fire with little fire things. Yep.
I know, right?
We have a pretty complete presentation for you folks now. We're going to be going through kind of quick because there's a lot of good information to give out tonight. Some may be surprising. I was surprised by some of the stuff when we were doing the research this week.
You know what? I actually am keeping cool by eating frozen grapes.
And I'm eating trail mix from Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
And a 48-ounce Nalgene drinking water.
Well, you know, I'm also drinking, I forgot to tell you, James, I'm eating frozen cotton candy grape.
Forgot what? Frozen what?
Cotton candy grape.
Okay. I know it ain't real cotton candy. Oh, wait. Got to do sharing is caring.
Have you had cotton candy grapes before?
Yes.
Okay.
I live near ag, and I have all kinds of grapes. Okay, sharing is caring. I'm doing a share.
Oh, I should probably do that, huh?
I think I just saw John Travolta.
Cheetos, the extra flaming hot. Yes, you're right.
I can't type this week. We're live for this week's show, and I wrote Lauive. So late.
I'm going to share this to our group. I haven't shared that to the group in a long time.
You have not. You do need to do that. And posted. Share it. Sharing is caring. The Cheetos of extra flaming hot. And hey, Late Night Craft Talk family. Share, share, share. Maya has made a pronouncement with the UFO in there. And Maya says, I got them in my freezer.
I know.
Yep. Matter of fact, folks, we're letting me know just before we went live that one of our viewers has a birthday today.
Yes.
And we're going to guess who it is and sing them a happy birthday. What, beginning or end of the show?
I don't know. We should bring it up throughout the show.
Throughout the show. We're going to let you folks guess. We're going to say who we think it is. And we're going to ask, and you throw out some answers, and we'll tell you if you're right or not.
Let's see how.
Let's see. A few viewers. All right. 5 minutes. We're halfway there.
I'm working
on
it.
I got a remote camera set in the other room, and I can hear myself talking through the door. Matter of fact, I'm going to go check it real quick. I'm looking at the remote camera. Okay, I'm gonna go check it. Savea, you behave. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. So what are you guys snacking on? Tell me what your snacks are that you're eating right now. Because I know that there's lots of people just snacking on food and stuff while watching our show. What are you guys snacking on? Tell me. I want to know.
I think you behaved it. 4 minutes.
I always behave unlike someone I know.
And who would that be? Because most of the time it's just you, I, and the Velociraptors.
And you.
And me again. Depending on which characters I play.
Yes.
All right. Oh, 3 minutes and 55 seconds. It's been a busy week. It's been a little adventurous week.
Oh my gosh, it's been nuts. So
yeah.
I'm glad the week's over almost. But next week does not give me any kind of relief.
Look at Wendy's post. Look at Wendy's post.
Ooh.
Where did that come from? I must try this.
Ooh, a pumpkin cheesecake ice cream sandwich. That sounds really good.
Wendy, do you have access to that? Because if you do, I'm going to come visit you. Oh, look at Joya. Now I'm on to Chiponi Creations Caramel Sundae. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I told you I was up to good, unlike someone I know. Ask everyone what they're munching on.
You're just trying to throw me off by behaving.
Yep, I am.
I heard you. We should do like a segment of the show just dedicated to what snacks we eat.
Let's do a show by that.
That's not a bad idea. Anyway, we're only a couple weeks from our Halloween countdown.
I know we're gonna have some fun shows. Like James has been pestered because I've been sending him Instagram and Facebook reels like all day long.
For the last couple of weeks.
No,
so we can log over the show in October.
Almost the entire month of August, since August, I've been sending James all these like random videos to look at.
I'm actually going to go tour, just with the Halloween thing, I'm going to go tour Lowe's and Home Depot and go look at their decorations they have out so far and show that on the show. Do show on snacks. Great idea. Okay, I'm thinking that same thing there, Maya. Look at Joya's post. The pumpkin pie spice butter by Lando Lakes.
Oh, that sounds good.
Girl, I'm gonna have to do more jogging in the morning. I'm gonna take it from 3 miles to 5 miles because of all this. 6. All right, we got a lot of viewers.
The only thing
really coming on tonight.
The only thing sucks about frozen grapes is that the thing is, if you eat frozen grapes that have seeds.
HRA is watching us, and Kelly Jo Miller's here, and apparently my mom. Squirt and mint patties.
Yum. That sounds like a very strange combination, though.
Maybe it's an oaky thing.
Like grapefruit and mint.
That's an interesting combo.
Chocolate mint. It's weird.
It's like, well, you would think that peanut butter and Oreos don't go well together, but oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
That mixes well together as dark chocolate and dark chocolate. All right. 43 seconds. What are we going to do, Savannah?
That's weird. My phone just says that it turned 10.
Maya says, watching Flaming Hot on Netflix. Great movie. Are you watching that while watching our show, Maya? Are you multitasking?
That's not really multitasking, buddy.
My mom says it fizzles in your mouth. Look at Kelly Jo's. Blueberries, little popsicles, yum. Frozen blueberries. Yes. Mm-hmm. Folks, get ready to count down with us. Here we go. You ready, Savea?
Yes, I'm ready.
And 10.
9.
8.
7.
6. 4. 3.
3. 2.
1. Showtime! It's time for Late Night Craft Talk. with hosts Abea Kamori Yang and James Hermes. On this week's show, fire safety. We talk about ways to minimize your risk in case of a home fire. Safety managers, a person who writes a 10,000-word document and calls it a brief. It's time to start the show. Hello, Savea.
Hello, James. How are you doing?
You get me dizzy again, girl. I am actually in my office, not sitting in the cab of the Forerunner in Tehachapi in the lower Sierras.
Right? Yeah.
I am home tonight, not camping out this weekend.
Cool. So, hello, everyone. Welcome to our show, Late Night Craft Talk. We do this show every week, mostly live, sometimes recorded, sometimes reruns, but I mean, life happens, right?
Most time live.
We do this. We air the show on our Facebook channels, our YouTube channels, our Instagram. No, we don't do Instagram. Our Twitch. I should know. Twitch. And obviously, we also share them on our personal pages. So if you could do me a favor and share, if you haven't done, and also like and subscribe to our channels and our Facebook pages. That will keep you updated on our current shows and gets you notified when we do go live, because we have really interesting stuff to share because we're interesting people, I think. I'd like to think I'm interesting. James, don't you like to think you're interesting, maybe? Just a little bit?
Like to pretend I'm the center of my universe.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. But, okay. Hey, James, what's going on with Elk Rock Traders?
Well, first, let's go and address the elephant in the room last week.
Oh, okay.
Folks, we did end the show 20 minutes early last week. We had a situation that developed during the show. Let's just say we had ourselves one heck of a troll.
Oh, yeah.
And when we did the bit on the hyperbolic chambers, you probably noticed that all of a sudden I started getting phone calls on my phone. And we did have a couple individuals on either of our business pages making really weird comments. And when I got off to answer the phone, it was the third time it rang. We actually had was an individual that came on and started cussing, physically threatening me, ticked off at the bit, and it was just confusing as hell. And not knowing what's going on, if it's some guy, I don't know if it was a guy ticked off that we were making fun of hyperbolic chambers, or was somebody from a company that thought we were making fun of their product. Though we just didn't know what the heck was going on. The phone call lasted almost a minute, got off the phone, not knowing to make sense of this, went with the only direction I could come up with, came on, issued an apology because maybe that was it. But it was confusing enough that we didn't know what was going on, because the comments still coming in from these weird individuals that I messaged Survey and said, we need to end the show. I don't know what the heck just happened.
Yeah.
And we got a troll and it affected the show. We apologize for that to the individual that was doing that.
Yeah. We actually do this show as basically a way to connect with our friends and our fans and our followers. So, I mean, that was really, I mean, we do our show for you guys. We don't do it for other stuff. You know, this is like something James and I do basically in all of our free time that we have none of. And, you know, we do this for you guys every time. So I just want to let you guys know that, you know, we are going to continue, and we're going to be wiser on what we allow people to, you know, try to interrupt our show, because that individual did try to interrupt our show for you guys.
They went to that time. We have had trolls before, but nothing like this. And I've got other friends that stream, and I told them about that. They said, dude, we've never received phone calls like that during the show. It was a lot.
Never.
To say it was disturbing, it was annoying. The only thing was we did take precautions because it wasn't home. I made precautions, a couple of calls to make sure we weren't swatted, not knowing how far this individual is going to take it, because he's already made threatening phone calls.
Yeah.
And, you know, it did continue a little bit, minimal, but nothing like during the show. And you know what? We're here and we've kicked people off before for making comments, and we're just going to be more vigilant on this one. We're not afraid who we kick off.
Yeah, because
And,
we actually have never. I mean, you guys know there's no reason that for us, we never do anything to hurt anyone's feelings or do anything to make people feel uncomfortable. It's purely meant to just be like a fun night.
Yeah.
And if anyone gets offended by that, we're sorry. That's not the intention of our show. But anyway,
everyone shows them out. It was going to eventually happen sometime.
Yeah,
but you know, we're all in our house. This is all our house on Friday night, and somebody that comes in, we're always welcoming. But as soon as they're a jerk, bye bye.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is. But moving on, we're rolling on. So let's start some fun.
So hey, James.
Yes.
Is it Wendy's birthday today?
Folks, let us know.
Do
you think it's somebody's birthday? Is it Wendy Hodges' birthday tonight? Let us know in the comments. We got to wait about 12 seconds now for that to start pop. Well, probably 20 seconds. Do you think it is Wendy Hodges' birthday?
Wendy, is it your birthday today?
Wendy, is it your birthday today? Waiting for the comments. And I think we're okay. Good call. So thank you all for the commentary right there. We're going to wait for the comments. Let's move on until we start getting comments. So I want to say, what's going on with Elk Rack, right?
Yeah, what's going on with Elk Rack?
Okay. 2 weeks from tonight, we will be at Poway Rodeo in Poway, California. Looking forward to that. The committee's looking forward to us. We're really putting a lot of getting ready for that sucker. I just got good feelings about it. It's the 50th anniversary of Poway Rodeo this year. Cool stuff. 2 thumbs up. So we're going to be there. Otherwise, we're at Palm Springs Village Fest on Thursdays. And good news is I finally got a new provider for the website, so I can start working on that sucker. So I can
finally? Finally?
It's been a battle with network solutions. Friends don't let friends get network solutions.
I'm telling you, even when you told me that, I said, are you serious? The other bad one is Yahoo.
Oh, Yahoo's gone the way of MySpace. Anyway, let's look. We got happy birthday, Wendy, from one viewer. Wendy. Okay, we gotta post Wendy's reply right here.
I know this is really
that is gold. One would think I was born on Friday the 13th. Bingo. Matter of fact, let's address Friday the 13th. It is Friday the 13th, and we are both, we're both powwow vendors. We're big powwow people. And so we want to address this with our favorite meme to acknowledge Friday the 13th. Folks, straight from powwows, Fry Bread the 13th. Yeah, I gotta love it.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's a scary Jason Fry Bread mask.
All right.
Jason Voorhees, we call him Jason Powwow Hees.
You know what? I would run if I saw someone with a face like that.
And Fry Bread.
I would fully flip out.
Got it. All right, folks, we're going to go tell you now. It is not Wendy Hodges' birthday.
Yes, but you didn't post this thing when she said, one would think I was born on Friday.
I posted that like a minute ago. I read from it. Where you been?
I'm having a senior moment, I guess.
I'm almost 50. Oh, I'm sorry, 25.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. So that's what's going on with Elk Rack. Savea, what's going on with Dancing Bear?
I have so much going on. I seriously was about to tell James, I'm just gonna bow out and go to bed early.
No.
Okay. So we have the second weekend of our shop hop. The first weekend was practically a bust because of the dang fire, which that's what inspired the topic of this show. We were closed for 2.5 days. That sucked big time. And I'll go into a little bit more. We'll go into the type of fire it was, but basically couldn't be open. And this is during the Christmas season for our store. So these 2 weekends are super busy. This is like a major thing we've been doing for 12 years. This is the first year ever in 12 years that we sat out the first 2 days ever of the shop hop. We've never missed the shop hop ever. Ever. And it was a real downer because then we've been working on getting ready for this for months and months and months. And I was so bummed that on Friday I just said, screw it, I'm going to go to Disneyland. That is literally what I did. And like when we had the show, I literally just ran in the door and sat down on the computer. I'm like, hi.
Yeah. And running media that night on a really awkward night.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so we've been just so busy with that. And then next week we have the Salmon Well Powwow going.
Next weekend.
That's next weekend. That's going to be very busy. And then the following weekend, we're going to be at Bishop Powwow, which is it's going to be a very busy weekend. And the following weekend, we're going to be at San Ynez, which is going to be a crazy busy weekend. And the following weekend is the bead retreat.
You busy girl. You busy business.
Art bead retreat. So, friends, let me tell you, it's only a month away. It is such a fun event. I've been doing this event for over 7 years. It's listed as 7 years right now. But it is a very fun event. We have a group of people. Whoever comes, everyone's really friendly. You can come by yourself. It's a very social event. And we're going to have a whole bunch of little projects that we're going to do during the 2 days on Saturday and Sunday. And the cost of the whole retreat is $150, which is a crazy steal. Last year we charged $250. So it's definitely a good price. We're doing easier, smaller projects because we want to make sure everyone gets everything done and have fun versus stressing out and trying to get everything done in the time period of the class. So if you guys want to go, let me put a quick link. I need to put a link for the retreat so you guys can sign up for it if you want and find out more information. I need to copy this link.
Copy paste.
Yes. Okay, so this is the link. I just shared it on everything. If you go to our website, actually, I need to do the bit.ly. I'm sorry. That's a really long link for someone to type in. Okay, let me show you this picture. Where is it? I'll show it. It's on my Dancing Bear page. I'm going to show you the picture. Actually, what am I doing? Why don't I just put it on Facebook?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. It's been a long day. Like I said, I'm like, la, 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 la. Okay, let me share this. I know, seriously. Okay, let me share this so you can see. I'm going to take this thing off. James, can you take it off?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Halloween bead retreat, Dancing Bear Indian Trader, 11th through the 13th. Seriously, it's a month away, people. Registration is $150 at the Hampton Inn in California. All right, California. Of course, it's in California. In Carlsbad. Okay. This is the link, bit.ly/Dancing Bear Bead Retreat. How easy is that? I'm going to copy this link right here. And I'm going to put it on our StreamYard. That's a better one to share. Putting the crazy link in there.
Crazy link.
I need to do this.
Let me do the sound effects.
There we go. That's good because it was going to paste another huge link. because it's referring from Facebook.
Yeah.
The abbreviated link, which will take you to the same place. That's the information to sign up and register on our website. It's the bit.ly/Nancy Bear Bead Retreat. It's basically a really fun event, and we love Halloween at our store. So basically, it's kind of a fun Halloween theme. We're gonna have a social night on Friday. We're gonna have beading all day from 9 to 6, and like we're gonna have like mini classes, and then after that, we're gonna have 6 to midnight. We're gonna be having our open beading. So you can make more of those small projects. You can make some of your old unfinished projects. And we're going to play fun Halloween movies. I found a new Halloween movie that I really like. It's fun.
You have the beating while they're during the Halloween movie?
I found some really cute, fun ones. There's one with the Wayans brothers. It's really good. And then there was also the one, I forgot the name of it, but it has David Harper in it where he's the ghost. Have you seen that one?
No, haven't seen it yet. Are you looking at that one? What is that?
I don't know.
Speaking. So have you mentioned the idea we discussed with James?
That's kind of weird. I don't know.
Okay. The person who just said that, speaking of Halloween Surveyor, have you mentioned the idea we discussed with James? Can you contact us in a different form to let us know what that's about?
Yeah.
Because we don't recognize your username, and considering last week's show, we're a little suspicious.
I'm just
It's Vivian.
Oh.
Vivian. We love you, Vivian. We're not suspicious of you.
We're a little sensitive right now.
A little sensitive considering what happened last week. Okay.
I will.
I'm looking for
I have not discussed that with James. I have been just a little preoccupied.
We'll probably discuss throughout the show. We'll get that knocked out. Hey, whose birthday do you think it is?
Is it Joya? Is it your birthday this weekend?
Joya, is it your birthday? Folks, let us know in the comments if you think it is Joya's birthday. And El Presidente has said, hello, Vivian. Awesome. So while we do this, moving on?
Yes, let's move on.
Okay, folks, I'm going to tell you what I was doing up in the Sierras last weekend. Joya says, my birthday is such and such a day, which is not today.
Okay.
Joya.
Okay. It's not Joya's birthday today.
Don't tell yet. People are going to guess if it is or not. And Vivian says, happy birthday. Okay, Joy's laughing. I love the discussion here. I feel like a moderator right now. Okay, last weekend, went up to the Sierras to do something very cool. And so I'm gonna make the story, long story short, very short here. We were driving up to Bronapau, and I think I told it last week. A friend of mine texted me, says, hey, there's this what's called a pack raft. I don't know what just happened. All right.
I was laughing because Vivian says happy birthday because I said, is it Joya's birthday? And then Vivian says happy birthday. And then Joya says, thank you.
Yeah, I see that now right there. Got it. So anyway, a pack raft is a short mini raft / kind of a kayak thing you paddle with. And I've wanted one for several years, and I found one at a rip and deal a friend of mine sent me. And so he picked it up, and I got it about a week and a half ago. He came down Coachella Valley because he works down here and dropped it off. I'm like, yes, dude, we got to go hit the Kern River over in Southern Sierras. He's like, yes, we do. So that's what we want to go do. This is the pack raft right there. That is it. It's like 7-8 feet long. It is made for major whitewater, for big water. I've wanted this thing, and I've actually named it. I can name my boats. I've got Slaughter Apocalypse, Barracuda, Terracuda, all this other stuff. This one's name is Do you think it's some kind of apocalyptic name or movie? You know, a name from a bad sci-fi movie?
No, but James, I just realized I think we just talked about this. So, like,
You think we what?
we talked about this. That
Yes,
you
we
would-
did.
Yes.
Okay, but I'm actually going to show it, folks. The name of this is actually, we're going to bring it. It's very actually distinguished. I decided to go something different. Its name is a Mahadonhi, which is actually Cherokee language for water goer. Seems appropriate. I want to kind of throw things off and do something different with the names. And I'm going to actually introduce you and show you this thing. Introduce you to Mahadohi. So I'm going to cut my camera and go to my remote. You ready for this part, Savea?
Sure.
Okay. This is a Mahadohi.
James,
Yes.
are you really going to use this?
Yes, I've been wanting these things. Let me adjust the camera a little bit so you get it. This is my pack wrap. I love this thing. It's fun, but yeah, I'm going to use this.
Are you sure? Because James, I mean,
Yeah.
really, I mean, look at, I mean, are you sure you would actually use this? Are you sure you made a wise decision?
Yeah, I'm eventually going to use it.
It's not like the one that's in your backyard that you're fixing, right?
No, we got rid of that one because I never used it. But I want to use this thing. What, you don't think I'm going to use this thing?
No, I don't. I don't think you're going to use it.
Oh, really? You don't think I'm going to go tackle fun whitewater with this up in the Sierras? You know what? You don't think, you know what? Watch me. I'm going to take this thing right now. I'm going to go use it. All right, let's take this sucker.
I don't know what he's doing. Wow. Wait, James, you're muted here. Oh, here we go. I'm trying to unmute you.
No, I did it myself. Okay.
Okay.
So I went over and used it, and I was supposed to go over and dump water myself to come back to the camera all wet, but I decided not to because there's some things here that don't handle water well on my desk.
Well,
So are you sufficiently impressed now that I used it?
yeah.
All right,
I'd
good.
like to see you use it more than once, though. Not right now, but I want to make sure that you actually do use it more than one time.
I'm actually a friend and I are already making plans that we're going to use it. We're looking at the San Juan, the Salt River near Phoenix, and probably I forget the name of the river outside of Yellowstone in Montana this summer.
Okay.
And probably the section of the Colorado River between Pierce Ferry Rapid, which is a takeout of just below the takeout for Grand Canyon, all the way to South Cove and Lake Mead.
Okay.
That's a whole other thing. I might do a show just on that one. But yeah, we're going to be using it.
Awesome.
Anyway, yeah, that thing is so fun. It just goes bouncy, bouncy, bounce through the whitewater. And that was just class 2s and a really light class 3.
I heard you were like
Big
laughing.
stuff. Huh?
You were like laughing.
Oh, I was loving it. I mean, when I got on that thing, we hit a mild class 3, and it's just going thunk, 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 and it's just like riding a bucket horse going, I like this thing. Who needs a roller coaster? It just goes thunk, thunk through the water, which is what it's designed to do. It's designed for big water. And I'm just like, me like. But so that's what I was doing in the lower Sierras, folks. I'm actually going back to the current in a couple of weeks to go do another part. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. And I actually drove home Saturday night, and because I had one of the kids from my Boy Scout Venture crew with me, and he wanted to get back for a thing on Sunday, so did the 4-hour drive back home. And we were driving. We got by Highland on the 210 by San Bernardino. We got by Highland, and we saw something up on the hill that you don't like to see. This, folks, is the very beginnings in the first few hours of the line fire that's now well over 30,000 acres.
Yeah.
And, we've had a number of other fires, including the bridge fire, the airport fire. There's a fire over outside of east of Phoenix up in the mountains near the Apache Reservation that's quite large. And some others have been popping up. Tribuca, or another one in Orange County, just popping up because of the dry weather. And Savannah and I were talking, and we're thinking we should probably do a show on fire safety. We have not talked about that yet. And this is the week to do it.
And then not only that, we just had a fire at 1.5 miles from our store. So that definitely was like, we need to just maybe take a moment to kind of go through some of the stuff so you guys can make sure to kind of be prepared a little bit. Woo!
Yeah, so that's what we're going to talk about the subject tonight, and we got 20 minutes to do it. We're going to go through a lot of information. We're going to go through some slides that's going to have a lot of info. We're going to briefly go over it. If you're watching this, folks, not Friday night, you're watching this well after we've already finished our live. And if you are watching live, rewatch this and look at the slides and read them. There's a lot of information there. I probably pack too much information, typically do. But we're going to go over some valuable stuff tonight. And I encourage you to rewatch it and research this on your own because, it's about property, your home, your possessions, your life, your loved ones. And this is an important subject. So I shall begin. Okay. First off, so fires, a lot of you think, something catches a fire. A lot of us, unless you've been through it or you work with the fire department, we're naive unless you've escaped from a house fire, how quick these things can happen. First off, there's a thing called the fire triangle. I'm not going to go into that too much, just go over the time, but I'm going to go ahead and just start slamming through these slides. Savannah, take over, join in whenever you want on this one, totally. So what we have is, there we go. So quick thing is just to go over briefly with fire. And we're going to be concentrating on home fires, not wildland fires, but fires that can start at your home. There's a little time to escape. It only takes minutes for thick black smoke to fill your home. You're looking at from when the fire starts to where it becomes toxic, 2 to 3 minutes typically when the fire starts, depending on the fuel source and everything else. Other part is heat is more threatening than the flames. You die from the heat and the smoke exposure. Room temperatures can be 100 degrees at the floor. Remember our heat wave a week ago? And the rise to well over 600 degrees at eye level. Wow. That's eye-opening right there.
That's terribly hot.
Yeah, and fire is dark, produces thick black smoke that can make it difficult to see even brightly lit objects. If you wake up to a fire, it may be hard to see through the smoke. Go low, crawl. That's something we'll cover. So we want to cover that stuff of the fire. And the fire is deadly. Smoke and toxic gases kill more people, way more people than flames do. Yeah. And so let's start slamming through this. Here's we're going to cover tonight. We're going to look at these figures and we're going to break these down a little bit. But residential fires, cooking is the leading cause of home fires in the year 2022. 47%. 9.3% was heating, think space heaters and whatnot, fireplaces. 8% unintentional or careless. And then only 7% is electrical malfunction. It's like that really bad wiring you see on A Christmas Story. All these things plug into one little outlet.
Right.
Where those little houses were made. Okay. Let's bam through this. Cooking grease fires. This is probably, cooking is the most common. If you're, quickly go through these. Be alert if you are sleepy or have consumed alcohol. I hope you haven't. Don't use an oven or stove. It's just like, don't, ride a horse while drunk, and especially don't drive.
Yeah, that's great advice, actually.
Yeah. So when you're using a fry pan, stay in the kitchen, or you're grilling or broiling food. If you leave the kitchen or for even a short time period, turn off the oven or stove. It doesn't take much to grease fire. You can be using, grease catches fire, very quickly. We had to it was a friend of mine's house a few weeks ago. We put one out very quickly. If you're simmering, baking, roasting, or boiling food, check it regularly. Remain in the home while food is cooking. Don't go run out to the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
Or you're cooking fry bread.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You don't want to leave that going.
And if something does happen, keep your stovetop clear of anything that can catch fire.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, something not in here that's actually worth mentioning. I had a family member that would come visit. This was several years, and she would reach over and try to use the microwave above our stove, and somehow would press against the controls of the oven, and then turn the knob as she tried to reach for the microwave, and would turn on the stove accidentally, and it almost lit her sleeve on fire a couple of times over the years.
Oh,
and she gave us lectures about how unsafe our stove is, folks. This is a legitimate thing with some people. We're not body shaming, but if something happens and they actually turn on the stove because they're reaching for a microwave, please put it through their head that it's not a design flaw. It is just a bad combination of circumstances that make that happen. That's actually, I think that's worth bringing up on that part.
But if you have I don't know what kind of stove you have, but I know mine has a lock. Probably a good idea to turn your lock on when you're not using the stove, just in case an animal jumps on it, a person leans, that it doesn't accidentally turn on and start a flame or gas out. If you're using a gas oven that puts flame out, right?
Ours doesn't have a lock with the stovetop, but that's really a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, you could even put like a cover over. They may even have covers that you could put over your burners. Anyway.
Yeah, well, it's just the knobs. It was rather complex how these things happen. Let's get back to this. So that's what the grease fire. If you're cooking and a fire starts, be prepared. Keep a lid nearby when you're cooking on the stovetop. If a small grease fire occurs, smother it by sliding the lid over the pan. That is the quickest way to do it. Turn off the stove and leave the pan covered until it has completely cooled, because you don't want to, burn your hand.
Like oxygen.
Yep, that's part of the fire triangle. That's part of the fuel source. So oven fire, turn off the heat and keep the door closed. Whenever fighting a fire, be sure you others leave and that you have a clear way out. Always have an escape plan, escape route. We'll address that. Let's see, if the fire continues or grows, get out immediately. It's not worth your life. The Thanksgiving turkey is not worth your life.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe some of the fried bread. Close the door behind you. Call for help. Call 911 if you're in the U.S. We do have some Canadian viewers. I don't know what it is for y'all. So that's a big thing. It's just, I don't know. Do we want to spend a little time on that, or do you think we covered it for
I think we covered it. One thing that I didn't hear you see was that you can also keep a fire blanket in your kitchen.
Yes.
I actually saw some online that I thought were really cool, and I was thinking about just keeping one in our kitchen because, we have a gas stove, and it's so easy. Something catches on fire, it's not exactly easy to put it out if it's not on in a pan, right?
Yeah, we keep a fire blanket also, and we keep a couple of fire extinguishers and keep them updated if they're out of date. Bye bye.
Yeah.
So we keep those. I actually keep one in my truck and one in the booth because I'm Mr. Fire Guy. He's almost got a degree in fire science. So we do that. And one thing is especially with the grease fires that I have seen done, and I know you've seen it happen, is that when it happens, somebody tries to go over and like pour water on it.
I know this is an unusual topic. Generally, we talk about all kinds of stuff, and because there's been so many fires in San Diego and California, and our store had a fire less than 1.5 miles from our store, we just figured it's kind of a good time to speak about. Just take a moment to talk about this kind of topic, because it probably isn't talked about enough.
Yeah.
So thank you for tuning in, Kyle.
Thank you. That's awesome. We were with all the fires going on in Southern California and some recent experiences, we decided to cover this tonight and still have some fun with it. But don't throw water on a grease fire, because you just spread the grease. Water just makes the grease spread out.
Yeah. Oil and water don't mix.
Big time. All right. Moving back to the topic here. So we also have causing by heating. This is definitely underlooked right here. Consider replacing older space heaters with new ones that turn off automatically when overheating or tipped over. That's the big one right there.
Tip it, like even if you move it, they'll turn off because they think they're being knocked
Oh
over.
yeah, the lower ones do that. Plus furnaces and chimneys. Chimneys a big one.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, one of the things to look at that is say the vent for the dryer. If it becomes so clogged with lint, and folks, lint, I use lint from a dryer as fire starter out camping. It gets the fire going quick, even when it's kind of wet. That stuff, it just takes a little spark and it's.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a magic big fireball thing. It burns fast, and if you don't keep that, clean, chimney, keep your flute clean properly. Because most fires, when I see a wildfire, it's not the flames that contact the house from the main fire. It's the embers that blow ahead of the fire that spread it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of that degree with you get stuff coming out of a fireplace.
Yeah.
So check that stuff out. Heating, I think we'll be touching electrical fires on that one because that totally ties into it. What we also have is electrical systems. This is a big one. Have your home inspected by a qualified electrician. Hello, what's the cat's name?
Wicket.
Hello, Wicket. Use a qualified electrician. Don't use your neighbor's 45-year-old kid that lives in your elderly neighbor's basement. The DIYs everything with duct tape to do your electrical. You're begging to have your fire insurance raised.
Right.
Plus, that guy is just a true jack of all trades. But watch for warning signs like faulty wiring, especially in older homes that have outdated wiring and not enough outlets, especially in this day of electric everything. Another one is power. Get power strips. Extension cords should not be used, or should definitely not be used with a space heater. It'll wicket and cat. There's a cat butt. It looks like he's pooping you out.
He's just hanging out, standing on the
table. If I see you scratch your head and there's gritty kitty coming off, I don't. Okay, that's from Ren and Stimpy, folks. That's kitty litter. Wow, Wicket, that's talent. You just poop out talent co-hosts.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on. Anyway, extension cords are exactly that. You want stuff that's plugged in that's got a built-in circuit breaker, GFI protection. That would be, I don't have it right here with me. That would be a power strip with a built-in circuit protector, like you plug a laptop in to protect it from power surge. Mm-hmm. That's what you want. Extension cord is exactly that. Extends. You don't want to plug a coffee maker and a space heater into the same extension cord with thin wires going from a simple plug. That's called, we're going to have an accident.
Mm-hmm.
Big time. All right. So watch out, faulty wiring, stuff with exposed wires. If it looks pretty sketch, don't chance it. Right, Wicket? Okay. At the end of the show, I got a surprise for you today. At the end of the show, considering Wicked.
Kelly, is it your birthday today, or is your this birthday coming up? I think Kelly Joe's birthday is coming up.
Is it Kelly? Did we already do Kelly Joe?
No.
Kelly Joe. It is, folks. Is it Kelly Joe's birthday today or this weekend? Let us know in the comments. All right. Going on with this electrical fires, power surges. Watch out for that stuff. Get ones. You can actually get ones with smart sensor devices that can detect invisible dangers lurking in your home. That's smart. Okay. Not going through unintentional or careless fires.
Candles. Candles and cats do not mix.
Big time. Watch out for you. You got an open flame with the candles, so watch it. Look at the kind of read some of these bullet points on here. Keep them trimmed. Extinguish candles before you leave your room. Don't let them burning when you go leave your house and go get, like, say, a pack of tortillas at Stater Brothers. No, but that was yours. I'm looking at the comments. Okay. So careless fires. That would include things like, say, kids playing with matches. You take that stuff away from the really young kids. Or, say somebody that's smoking. Here's the quick way if you're smoking for careless fires. Don't smoke.
Exactly, right.
Bingo. All right.
James, I heard it might be Kyle's birthday.
Folks, is it Kyle's birthday, first-time viewer?
Yeah, is it your
Kyle,
birthday?
welcome to the show. Folks, let us know. Is it Kyle's birthday? Because Kelly Joe says...
I don't know. I feel like it might be Kyle's birthday today.
Not that it was... No, thought it was yours. Okay. So is it Kyle's birthday, folks? Let us know.
Yeah.
In the comments. All right, so intentional fires.
Did you lose place? I think
I'm fixing something here. Okay, there we go. Okay, part of that is Christmas trees. That's the big one, especially right now. We should be talking about this. If you're one of these people that buys your tree and, like, say, right after Thanksgiving and then doesn't take it down till after New Year's, it's going to dry out. And you've got a big old 6-7 foot tall big thing called kindling in your living room. This is like dryer lint.
Just a little bit.
And it don't take much. And if you don't throw your tree away, you just put it in your backyard for a while, and then going to say, I'm going to throw it away later. That's still a big pile of kindling ready to burn something in your backyard. So watch out for that. Other ones, unintentional carelessness, flammable liquids. How many of you store, raise your hand, how many of you store, like, say, at least a couple gallons worth of gasoline in your garage? Or, like, say, lawnmower or something like that, like you see in the picture. That's a bad idea.
We have a plug-in. We have a plug-in lawnmower.
That's what we have too. But a lot of people have gas power for whatnot. They store a couple gallons of gas. Remember, you're storing this in the same room as that's probably your water heater and your furnace. So granted, you can have them separated, but remember that you have that in the same vicinity. So really be cognizant of that. Other intentional outdoor fires, grilling. Use best practices when you do that. Sometimes people have a bonfire with a 5-gallon bucket of water.
I heard about the person that burns their eyebrows off.
That happened when I was a kid. We had a guy named Larry, and he was getting ready to set a bonfire, and he came over. He was kind of like 3 sheets to the wind a little bit. Dumped a bunch of gasoline on this bonfire. This is like 1978. Came back, dude was missing half his hair and no eyebrows.
It's a wonder we're still alive nowadays.
You wonder. Okay. So look through these bullet points. Careless fires. Slam through this. Now here's where we start talking about extinguishing. When you go not all fire extinguishers are created the same. You've got 6 listed right here. And look at the different types right here and what they're for. What chemical is good for cooking fires? Wood, paper, textiles. You've got the CO2 that's for flammable liquids, live electrical equipment. Do not use on wood, paper, or flammable metal fires like lithium. You've got the foam that's good for wood, flammable liquids, but do not use on electrical fires. Dry powder extinguisher. You can see right there, you've got the water. Don't use on flammable liquids like we talked about the grease fire or live electrical equipment, because what's water do? It conducts electricity. There's the wet chemical that's good on all oil fires. Discharge contents onto the fire from at least 1 meter distance. Now, each of these is slightly different. You don't need to have all 6 of these. Which ones do you think we probably want to have mostly in the home?
I didn't realize there were multiple ones. I thought there's only one
type. Yeah. You do have some of their crossovers like types A and B, which I don't have on here because I'm going to go that much detail and we've only got a few minutes left. But you've got these different types. You want to look at the ones that are most common. Now, let me remind you folks that this segment of the show is for entertainment and information purposes. Do your own research on this one. What we're presenting is information. I have to do the disclaimer right there. But look at these and decide what you want to do.
Make sure you have the appropriate fire extinguisher for your uses.
Yeah, I actually keep a wet chemical and foam. Those on there, but do your research. Look at your homeowner's insurance policy. They'll have information for probably prevention like this, and look at what is most highly recommended. Matter of fact, folks, look it up, Google it for us, and see which of these type of fire extinguishers are most recommended for home use, for having in the home, and let us know in the comments, and we'll share it. Okay, one of the most important ways. Now, this is actually putting out the fire. There's ways to actually. Geez, why does this thing do that again? Okay. When you actually use the fire extinguisher, you don't just point at the take it out and whip it out and go and just aim it right at the fire. There's a science to it. Pull the pin. It's kind of like a grenade, but it won't explode on you. Aim at the base of the fire and then sweep from side to side, like this action. Have you had to use a fire extinguisher before, Savia?
No.
Okay. When you have it out, you're going side to side like this. You're not going directly in the fire because sometimes if it's a grease fire, it may spread out a little bit from the air pressure. And so you want to do that. You're covering the area. Go side to side like that. Mm-hmm. And so that's the kind of the science to it. Do a sweep and squeeze. Remember to squeeze the lever and then do the sweep. These things only last like a few seconds, but that's all there is under the pressurized contents when you've got this little metal cylinder on that.
Yeah.
So that's the science of that one. The number one prevention, or actually not prevention, but warning to save your life is the smoke alarms.
Yeah.
A lot of people just get it and just leave it there, don't check them, especially if they live in their house for many years. But look at this one, just quickly go over, is install smoke alarms in every bedroom of your home, because that's where electrical stuff's going to be at, like say computer. There may be an old power strip, an old lantern, or an old lamp that may have bad wiring. So keep one in every room of your home. Also keep it outside the living area, like a hallway, entrance to your home. Kitchen, big time. Test your smoke alarms once a month. We actually do that. We do this on the beginning of every month. We test the smoke alarms in my house. And when you hear it, don't just ignore it going, oh, it's just messing up. If it goes off in the middle of the night, because, I mean, we've had them go off like, it's like if we're cooking something and there's a lot of steam, we've had the damn alarm go off. Just right, Wicket? He's so cool.
He's like, I'm going to be on the show now. You're not on the show anymore. I'm on the show.
He is a new co-host. And big thing is if you have these things, the smoke alarms, replace them every 10 years. Just don't think, oh, it just works. It's fine. It's lithium ion. Go buy a new one after 10 years. Because, this is a bad idea. Things wear out. Anyway, so that's way for smoke alarms. One quick thing to remember is that when you smoke alarm, you put it in your where you cook, your kitchen, probably. Keep it at least 10 feet away from cooking appliances.
I know, right?
Yep, time.
Because actually, when you cook, you actually do get a little bit of smoke coming off of your food when you're cooking it. That's why they have hoods. Sometimes.
Definitely, Wicked is being hilarious tonight.
I know he's like totally in the middle of the show right now.
No idea. Prison Play at Once has been completely replaced by Wicked tonight. Okay, slamming through this. Fire safety. Another thing to practice if you have a family. Fire safety escape plan. 2.5 minutes average time to escape a house fire after the smoke alarm sounds. And if you're asleep and you hear that you're going, train yourself. You hear the beep, 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 beep. Train yourself to get up, have that adrenaline, and do this. Especially if you have kids, you have elderly parents living with you that may be partly disabled. That just adds to the stress situation, but it's all about safety on this part. And you can think, not me, until it happens to you. Know the sound of the alarm. Light the path. I don't know what that's about. Learn the path. I'll say that much. Know your way out. Test your detectors monthly. Smoke alarm activated lights. That's important. We haven't even touched that. So that is something in Amazon. I've actually seen those in Home Depot. And establish and practice your family's escape route. Matter of fact, for your family, work out with your kids, and not only just have the escape route out of the house. Set up a meeting point outside the home, maybe across the street, in front of a neighbor's house, a very neighbor you're cool with. Have a meeting point so you're all safe. So if, like, say, Junior gets out of the house and goes, I don't know where to go, we never talked about that, you're not getting antsy and possibly risking going back in the house to look for your child when they're already out. So escape that plan and have a meetup point with this. That's important detail you don't see in a lot of these descriptions. And the other part, and we're actually almost to the end, folks, here, is carbon monoxide detectors. This is so overlooked and misunderstood. One thing I want to mention here is that carbon monoxide, we'll go through this. I want to bring up an important fact at the end of this. We're running on time here. Cool. Awesome. CO2 exposure depends on a number of variables, including the victim's health, activity level, infants, if they're infants, pregnant women, people with physical problems that limit their body's ability to use oxygen, like emphysema, asthma, heart disease. A person can be poisoned by even a small amount of carbon monoxide. That's what the CO means. It's the chemical symbol, carbon monoxide. They can get just a small amount, can poison them over a long period of time, or a large amount of carbon monoxide over a shorter amount of time. Other part with carbon monoxide, here's the problem. Since carbon monoxide has no odor, color, or taste, it cannot be detected by our senses. This means that dangerous concentrations of the gas can build up indoors, and you may not realize it from different sources, and humans have no way to detect the problem until they become ill. People become sick, have symptoms similar to the flu, which can cause them to overlook the early signs of carbon monoxide poisoning.
Wow.
And here's another part. Monoxide, here's the sources. This will surprise you. Carbon monoxide is made from things that burn or smolder. Water heaters can create it if they're not up to spec. Clothes dryers if they're not up to spec. Boilers, fireplaces, gas and wood burning stoves, ovens, motor vehicles. That's the most famous, or probably the most well-known. Don't run your car in the garage with the garage door closed. Grills, generators, power tools, surprisingly, wood stoves, tobacco smoke. Now, we covered all of this. I want to bring up a couple points here that are important. Now, with carbon monoxide, this is what makes it so tricky. Yeah.
James, isn't it Vivian's birthday on Sunday?
Vivian, folks, is it Vivian's birthday this Sunday? Let us know in the comments. Vivian, you're up late tonight. Okay, here's the thing about carbon monoxide that a lot of people don't realize. Carbon monoxide, its structure, its atomic structure, chemical structure, the body can mistake it for oxygen. And it more readily binds with the blood cells that haul oxygen to different parts of the body. It more easily binds than oxygen does. And so the body will metabolize that quicker than oxygen and replace it and crowd it out. And that's that is the most dangerous thing about carbon monoxide, is it is so quickly absorbed into the body, and you're not getting enough oxygen, you're not getting that circulation, you're not getting that, forget the word for it, but anyway, you're not getting it, and that's what makes it so damn tricky, the carbon monoxide. Didn't know that until med school, the EMT class. That really drove it home. So that's what you really got to watch out for. And there are carbon monoxide detectors. There are also fire detectors that they detect the particulates of the smoke in the air.
There's like combination ones.
Yeah, there's combination ones. It's on there.
So you don't have to have you don't have to have like 5 of these different machines all over your, each type. These ones specifically, they do have carbon monoxide fire detectors.
Yeah, that's one thing. That way you're not having a whole ceiling full of detectors and sensors. One thing happens and it just sounds like an alarm going off in your house. So make sure they're installed in the central location outside each sleeping area on every level of the home. One of the other tricky things about carbon monoxide and how it can easily get into your home is that you can actually have a fire in your house and not realize it after days. It can actually do a slow smolder in your walls, especially in the beams, the wood beams. It can do a slow smolder, and you won't know until, like, say, the wall's kind of warm. And if we have a heat wave like last week, a week ago, you may not realize it because it's so damn hot out. But a slow smolder like that, even under your floor, can create that carbon monoxide that enters your home. And you can start breathing it. So that's one of the dangerous things about it. So keep that in mind, folks. And I've got a summary slide for us. I'm actually getting through this pretty quick.
Yeah, you better hurry. You have 4 minutes.
Yep. Oh, we got it. Not that one. This one. Okay. In a summary, 10 tips for fire safety. Install smoke alarms on every level of your home, inside bedrooms and outside sleeping areas. Test the smoke alarms monthly. Replace batteries every year. If they're on batteries, replace them every year. We didn't cover that part, so I'm glad we saw that. Have a family fire escape plan and practice the plan twice a year. If there's a fire in your home, get out and dial 911. Keep matches and lighters out of the reach of children or James.
Or animals or pets.
Or animals, pets. That's actually legit right there. Use flashlights during power outages, not candles. And never leave a candle burning unattended. Big time. You're just asking for your insurance rate to go up. Turn off space heaters when you leave the room, and don't leave them unattended. Use only smoking materials outside. And keep flammable items away from anything that can get hot, such as space heaters. Don't have your big cotton swabs next to the space heater.
So if you like candles a lot, if you really love candles, there is an alternative to actually using flame candles. They have a thing called a wax warmer, and it literally is it's a warm plate that gets hot enough so that it melts the wax, and when the wax is melted, it releases the scent. So if you guys really love candles and you don't want to worry about the fire risk, you can use the wax warmers. Those work really great. I have a couple and I really like them. And you don't have to worry about your cat going up to it, touching it with its tail, and running through the house and putting the fire all over the house.
I've seen that happen. Joy, it's not my birthday. My birthday was several months ago.
So, Maya, is your birthday on Sunday?
Folks, is it Maya's birthday this weekend? We still got a few people we can go through on this one and kill it. Folks, do you think it's Maya's birthday? And Maya, is it your birthday?
So, yes, it's going to be
waiting for the comments. I love my wax warmers. I don't trust fire.
It's actually really good. That's really good. I think that's probably really smart to not trust fire because it's dangerous.
Oh, look what Maya just posted. Folks, look.
Yay!
It's Maya's birthday on Sunday.
It's Maya's birthday. Happy birthday, Maya.
Shall we sing happy birthday?
No. I'm tired.
No.
I barely made it through this episode.
We got to do this. Sum up the willpower, the inner strength. We are defying the president, El Presidente.
Happy birthday to you.
We've already got it right here with Wendy Hodge saying happy birthday, Maya. Joy is saying happy birthday, Maya.
You. Yay.
All right, let's go. Happy birthday to you.
Did you not hear me?
Oh, so just move your lips. Just move your lips. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Maya. Happy birthday to you.
And Wicket too.
And Wicket too. And we also have a happy birthday Joy right there with lots of kisses and hearts. Awesome. We got the coolest audience. All right. And Vivian says, happy birthday, Maya. Happy birthday, El Presidente. Thank you for being El Presidente.
Yeah.
Occasionally, for like 10 seconds late, Maya will message us, are you guys going on tonight? Yes, we're just running 10 seconds late. She's vigilant. All right, folks. 11 o'clock.
That's it.
Yep. All right. So Savea's out of town next week. I will be running the show. I'm not going to announce who our co-host is yet because I have to find one.
Oh, I was going to really quickly mention, if you guys are in town in San Diego, do make time to do the Beach Shop Hop. It's a lot of fun. It's really a fun event that we do every year, and we were really sad that we didn't have it on Friday and Saturday because not only was it financially helpful for us, but we love to see everyone every year, and it's a fun event. So please, if you have some time this weekend, go check out at least 4 stores, and you can win prizes.
Big time.
Yeah.
I got to see if I can drop in because I got a rodeo that weekend at Lakeside. All right. So next week's show is about the history of Babylonian Tupperware.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yes. I'll announce it on Monday. I'll get that out, but I got to find the co-host and get the show organized. So, folks, we're flying I'm not going to try to fly solo because y'all hate it that weekend. We're going to look for a cool co-host. We'll be talking about it, and we will see you at the next episode of Late Night Craft Talk. I have to get the video file, the closing.
They're not there.
I didn't load it yet. Countdown. Where did it go? Okay, here it is. Folks, we'll see you next week. There we go. Do the zombie walk. Zombie walk.
Look, I'm napping, everyone.
Happy nap.
I'm napping, everyone.
Not with a K. Let's just straight in.
Aw, ain't he cute?
Good night, folks.
Bye, guys.
Bye.